Hey everyone, it's Gretchen here, Cat and Paw. So I have a full craft room tour before I start making a mess, and it will never be this clean again. So I'm just going to start out. When I kind of walk through my doors, there is all my boxes, and I've showed these before. They just have different things in them. Resealable bags, Tim Holtz, AliExpress, fabric, ribbon, etc. And then this is where I'm keeping my cards at. Old and new. I do have some tickets in there. Then down there as well. More boxes. I have envelopes in one, and I think paper banners and postcards in that one. So this piece here, I just picked up at Hobby Lobby because I wanted something to put my crates on. So you can see there the bottom has tickets, and this one has flashcards and beads. And then there's some washi tape, and here's like my overrun washi tape, you could say, and room to grow. So let me take you next to the closet. So I outfitted it with those bins you can buy at Walmart. I had some, and then I guess they stopped making the white or stopped selling it, so now I have half and half. And then I have the bigger ones over here. So I have some cake picks, some Tim Holtz, miscellaneous. This is for my resin supplies, and I haven't done much resin, just a couple things here and there. As you can see, that is probably a little too heavy. So I wish I could find more of those little locking boxes. They're hard to locate at the moment. My last ones I got at Joann's, and we know Joann's is now gone. Here I have some assemblage pieces, a lot of those bunnies that I got at Michael's this year, and then I have some mushrooms and other things, some vintage, some new, some picks, and my faux fruit. Pipe cleaners. Oh wait, there's more pipe cleaners. Yeah, I want little nuts. I usually buy my pipe cleaners on clearance after the holidays at Michael's. There's like my cake bags and that kind of stuff for like the spackle. And then I have more cake picks in there. And I'd have some newsprint over there. Now, also, okay, I know I own a lot of stuff. I've collected a lot of stuff, so don't judge me. But I do have a drawer full of stickers, confetti, what would you call that? I made that. I have a video out there on that. I have these little lollipops, again, to make like the faux cupcakes and stuff like that. Paper. These will go in, like the single sheets will go in junk journals. I have some Tim Holtz. These little kits, some I got from Tuesday Morning, and I think I bought a couple at Michael's once upon a time. They just were like, well, there you go. It's ephemera collage kit by Firefly. So I still have some of them. So a couple I've like got things out of, and then most of them are complete. I have some paper pumpkin kits. I was only a subscriber to Paper Pumpkin for a very short time. Bags to bag things up. And then paper bags down there. And it's like a garland banner. I didn't want anything, I didn't want to get tore up because it's tissue paper. Now, I came into the October afternoon game pretty late, that I only have a couple of true authentic October afternoon pieces. The rest of this came from Peachy Cheap. Now, I have not seen them sell it lately, but when they did come out with one, I would buy two. Just so I made sure I had enough to, I could, craft with one and not feel bad about using it. Yeah, so that really stinks that they have not been in business for quite some time, and that I missed out on hoarding it. I don't have much. If you're ever going to de-stash, think of me first. This is my tinsel product. My Jenga blocks I got at Dollar Tree. I have some corks in there. And did I see my tinsel stuff? Thickers. Wreath stuff and knitting needles. Mark's going to make me, he's going to, like put it, say this is a board here, or say this is a board. He's going to make it so they stand up like that, so I can put like my ribbon on it. So I can free up some room for more stuff. My wood products and my boxes. I got these at Dollar Tree. Paper shred. My trick-or-treat boxes. My faux flowers and a bag of faux flowers. Felt sheets. That all came either out of a grab box or I got it on clearance. For assemblage making, again, I got my craft hats, witches brooms, spun cotton heads, my cabochons. I just put them over here so I could find them. This all came from AliExpress. These right here. This is a box of heaviness. It wants to pull the whole thing forward. So I have some invitations and I have bags. Some paper trick-or-treat bags. And I gotta push it all back so it doesn't pull that out. Here's my fabric, or not fabric, what would you say? That's my wool and cotton. And then this glitter, I just got it, but I just put it here so I can see it's German glass glitter. So I put it right there. Those actually go down there with my bottle brush trees. This just has some cards in it, that Paper Studio cards. My treat boxes, aka cupcake liners. And now if I ever have, like if I want to do charcuterie cups or something like that, I'll just come in here and grab some. Otherwise, I'll just use them for crafting. And then I got this at auction. It is a box of buttons. All kinds of buttons. Alright, and some styrofoam and just assortment of like, that's one of those Five Below rugs that I took apart. And some empty boxes, stuff like that. So not really, a whole lot hanging up out there. There's my spackle. And that's, I'll show you real quick there. It's a curtain panel. When we got curtains at the old house, I kept those. I thought they'd make a cool junk journal to use as a template, basically. Assemblage stuff. More Jenga blocks. It's supposed to be for like my ornaments, and I had pine cones in there. Styrofoam. Napkins. Uh-oh. Tinsel, big tinsel. And then my bottle brush trees. Alright, so that pretty much wraps up my closet. So I'll show you what's going on over here. More boxes. Those were the last ones I got. I got those at Joann's this past Christmas. Yeah, I am pretty sure. But vintage cards, simple stories, and wooden ornaments. This I've had for a while. Hobby Lobby. I keep my 6x6s in here. It's very heavy. And I'm not a big 6x6 fan, but yet somehow I have accumulated quite a bit and hope to start working through my stash. That is hard to get in and out. I would actually like to move it somewhere else, but I don't even know where I would even go with it. So some napkins and etc. Bags. Chloe's drawer has a journal in it. Project Life and envelopes. Bridge cards, and it looks like jewelry bags and baby cards. It's been a while since I've looked in this stuff because I moved it. Took the drawers out, moved it, put the drawers back in, and didn't really look through them. All business cards, Tim Holtz, bags for, you know, and I bag something up or use it in a journal. Is like the sandwich bags. You can buy those in the store. AMS Scrap turned me on to them, but I got those bulk at Uline. I showed that. What's in here? All the seed packets from Target once upon a time. I wish Target still did these. See, they were only $1. They had the gray and they had the brown. And somehow I had them in there. More Tim Holtz. And more SC7 Gypsies. Chloe stuff. Assortment of things. More of those kits. And up here so what I tried to do was sort these, and I had them in a binder, but these broke, so they didn't stay in the binder very long. I have some new cards. So then I just got this galvanized container and put things, well, I'm gonna smoosh things up. I labeled them, and that's how they've been for the past 5+ years. Some scrapbook paper from AliExpress. Their paper's really thin, but it's really cute. More bags. I think I got these at a Goodwill or yard sale. They're in the white. Yeah, paid $1.50 for them at like a thrift store. Here's more of that scrapbook paper. And then here's a Christmas journal completed, which I'll do a walkthrough on sometime. You might remember these from my past videos. Hobby Lobby cabinets. I don't know if they sell these anymore, but at least I got 3 of them. Believe me, I wanted to get like a whole wall full of these cabinets at one point. So I'm kind of glad, because I wouldn't have the room right now. And they are just filled with things. I like this idea. I was smart enough to put a label on there, so all I have to do is pull it out a little bit, because a lot of times this is how I look for something. Actually, I start low and then work my way up, and I look and I look until I find it, right? You can see there I have a lot of Tim Holtz. I should just de-stash some of his stuff. But it's like, part of me says, well, he's not making new lines. Hold on to it. And I have a lot of Cavallini, which Cavallini is still a very soft spot with me. And I still like to buy it when I see it on eBay for a decent price. That's Hobby Lobby. Their little books. I don't know if they still make these or not. I only have a couple of them because I didn't live anywhere close to a Hobby Lobby, so I only went in there like once every 2 years. This is Anna Griffin. I believe I went on her website and ordered a couple of things, but I've also ordered things, QVC, of her stuff. And it just goes on, you know, it's just stuff. All kinds of stuff. That was, I think, a peachy cheap grab box. So that's how I work the drawers, and then I just go through and push them all shut. Glue sticks, bead stuff, and my purple case. I do have a video out on this, my charm and bead cabinet. I organized them. And you know, looking at this now, I left myself 3 empty spots. I could move stuff around, but I think I thought I had more of these than what I did. Then there's my beads. Oh, that one kind of wants to go off the track a little bit, so I might have, I don't know. I'll figure it out as I go along. If it falls out one day, I'll be like, done with it. This has bead stuff in it. And then this is another box of buttons that I won at auction. Look at this box. Oh my gosh, it is so full. It is so beautiful. And I constantly have to run my hand in it when I open it. So they're sitting here for now, because at least I have the basket to keep them from going awry. I mean, if the box fell over and they all fell out, well, I'm screwed, because there's nothing to keep them in there. This I got at a barn sale, actually. And then this I got at Decor Stills. And it's on wheels. Again, just assortment of things. I got these on clearance at Michael's for next to nothing at their Valentine. Sequins and stuff. What else is? Yeah. Glitter, sequins. Bead, pens. Assortment of things. Some pads. Merchandise pads. Buttons. In my trick-or-treat bags. I have a love for trick-or-treat bags. My beads, and those are just, I think they're beads too. They're just cutesy beads. Empty containers, bookmarks, more pads, time cards, doilies, and Bridge said I ran out of room for my other one, and that's paper. I have a video where I'm putting that paper in there. Rolling cart came from Home Goods. So it just has, it has my glue and stuff in there. And I put my wipes and stuff up here. There's some vintage papers and things I won at auction or got a yard sale for journals. IKEA. Let me come over this way real quick. Wrapping paper, new and old. That's really about self-explanatory, huh? This came from Amazon, this table. It's supposed to be a dining room table. I would never use it for a dining room table. Not saying it wouldn't work, but this really, I measured it, and it really works in this instance because I have my IKEA units under there. And I can use those, these sides for my baskets. And then this is on a barn door style. And then there's a shelf up there. So it really works for what I needed it to do. So here I have just things, paper, dyed paper, paper pads, tracing pads, 12 by 12. And over here I have some ephemera. Project Life cards. Another thing I have a lot of. Project Life. See if I can get this open one-handed. So my Project Life, I took the thing, cut off the box, some ephemera. So if I had what it was, I put it on there. That was what Maggie Holmes, her confetti line. I'll be straight up honest, a lot of the stuff I bought at Tuesday morning. I basically have a mini Tuesday morning store in my house. Stickers. Trying to see who that says. Cozy and bright. So yeah, just various things, various ephemera. And we have a visitor at the door. Well, hello, Bella. You can't get in otherwise. So she's going to be doing that, huh? Well, we'll just leave it. Nope. These doors have a magnetic closure. And this is actually locked that way. If I had to, I could open both doors up, but that one is very stationary unless I unlock it. All right, the infamous watermelon cabinet. And when I got this at a thrift store, and it's heavy. Oh, it's heavy. But when we got it to, I've had it in the old house. And when we got it to the old house, I said, well, let's take it upstairs and they can just live there forever. Well, then I changed my mind. And I was told that they would never have to move it again. My son, right? And, yeah. Here's the watermelon cabinet. In my craft room, this is really my assemblage cabinet. So you can just see there's like things. There's beads, well, glass mercury beads, and there's cards, and there's flashcards, and things like that. Stuffs, I'll call it. Make an assemblage out of that. And I have some ornaments in here and some, you name it, whatever. It's just stuff. I need to really go through and clean it out. I have salt and pepper shakers in here. And these little lambs. Some planters to make an arrangement in. So just stuffs. The Santa mugs. And paper. All this came from auction. Oh, goodness. That's heavy. Here she comes. The girl of the day. Had to be nosy. So, 12 by 12, etc. You see it. I have some cereal boxes. We know we don't go through cereal like we used to because it's just Mark and I. So when I get a box, I try to save it. And you know what I'm going to do? I need to get new cereal and compare it to see how much it's shrunk. Paper. And now this cabinet here is Hobby Lobby. It is a pain in the butt to open. It is a two-handed ordeal. So I'll just show you. I got some charms in there. Sequins again. The Tuesday morning. I think I showed this before. But just kind of all kinds of stuff. Envelopes. Little bottles. Another thing I gotta go through, because the first time I saran wrapped it to move it, and then this time I did take the drawers out, but I came down and put them right back in, and I did not go through them. I said, oh, I'll go through them sometime and organize them. So I had these up in my closet, and I thought, well, let me move them over here. And I finally found my label maker, and I'm gonna it's like Halloween, Easter, Valentine's, etc. They're just a little scrapbook things. And then this was my old work desk. I have excess fabric in there, some assemblage stuff down there, and then, you know, just my little cubbies, because I'm a little cubby person. I love little boxes. Oh, I gotta be careful when I'm kicking. Look at those tickets. Kentucky State Fair, 1982. Only $1.50 to get in. Sweet. I wonder if they'd take my tickets now. So just stuffs. Sewing machine. And I'm going to do a Hobby Lobby haul. That's from Hobby Lobby. This is where the printer will go. This is just the printer cabinet. Paper for the printer and computer stuff. So nothing too major going on in there. This, I'd like to empty it out. I have a bag of, like a junk drawer bag of crafting stuff. Some dies. That's AliExpress, the banner, paper banner. See, I forgot to put in my paper banner box. This is Walmart Christmas to use as charms and things like that. Alright, so where are we? This is Mark's old working desk. So I gave him my architect desk. I took his desk. And I want to get a Cricut and put the Cricut over here. So I'll just move this stuff when it's time. Or over here. And of course, you see, I only have 2 chairs in here. And I would like to get at least one more chair to put over here to, you know, if someone comes to visit, or Chloe, we could craft together. And so you see how I have more cubbies and ribbon. And this came from Hobby Lobby. These came from yard sale, Michael's, Target, a yard sale. What do I got in there? Oh, paint and Eureka seals. And there's my distress ink pads. And I have ribbon in here. More of my cupcake liners. Nothing really major. Some beading stuff, ribbon. Now, is this permanent homes? No. It will be until I decide to move stuff. And then I'll move it. I do have a lot of these little paper pads again Tuesday morning. I love them. They're fun to put in journals. They're fun to try to make, to make like a tag flip out of. What else? The view from my desk. This is a book magazine rack that I just have propped up against. Oh, I didn't show you. Wait, hold up. My scrapbook paper. Sorted out by different seasons and authentique over there in the corner. My prized possession right there. And then this has stuff in it. Not much has changed in that. I really need to go through there and clean out some stuff. But when I sit down at my desk, you can see there I do have some distress sprays. This is a great idea if you have those little sugar shakers. You can get these at the Dollar Tree. I just picked mine up at Goodwill. And you put your twine in there. And then it's handy. My IKEA units. So what's nice is that I have a floor outlet. And then before we put this down and start putting paper in it, there's a hole underneath here, like my foot. You plugged in this power cord, and then just Mark put a nail in or whatever, and we just hung it. So I power right at my desk. That is a luxury right there. Very nice to have. It beats tripping on cords. And then I have some jewelry stuff. Ink. Things I've made. Tim Holtz. I think these are, those are, you can glue a cabochon onto them. Are they like earring backs? But I was thinking I could make paper clips out of them. Yes, that's what it was. Twine. I have some late the little Merry Christmas labels, and I misplaced them. I mean, like, they're in a container. I just don't know where I put them at. Some tools. And then this is the back side of the desk. So I decided to craft over here, assemblage over there. Keep it better, and that way too. I have view of the TV. I like it that way. Brushes, things like that. Punches. If you know me, I have a paperclip weakness. Yeah, all assortments of paper clips, big, small, doesn't matter. This is where I put all my Tim Holtz tokens. I have everything in there, everyday, seasons, these little things here. More paper clips, staples. Uh-oh, they're going to shut. I want to make sure I shut that because, oh, I'll pick it up and they'll go flying out. And then, oh, more paper clips and tools that I grab, glue dots, etc. These cabinets here are from Decor Stills, and I have my bottle caps, stickers, cards, and then these are full of beads, just an assortment of beads. These all came from AliExpress. I do have one that has some buttons in it from, again, AliExpress, not my older button. Here we go, just buttons. And then more beads. I really like these candy beads. They're fun looking. And of course the teddy bears. That's why I own so many of them. Over here, you see a stamp. Little flocked beads, or they're like not color fast, so I put them in there. Some washi tape. And things. Oh, wait. Could it be? Seals. Nope, not the tags I was looking for. But still a lot of fun. Alright, so we covered here. I think the last thing to show you is my IKEA unit as I try to push my chair in. It's pretty much the same as it was at the old house. Again, the drawers come right out, so I would just take the drawers out, move them, and I put them right back in. So this stuff's been the same way for like 5+ years, because I didn't really craft in the past 3.5, 4 years because of just life and, you know, working and everything. So and here I have stamps, different kinds of stamps, more stamps, on my eyelash trim, and oh, I didn't know I had those. Some of my We Are Memory Keeper stuff, and then my brads are all in there. Dies and stamps. Oh, is that cute? Merry Days. Tape and things. More tools. The envelope maker. Various things I really need to go through, wire and stuff like that. Beads, stickers. Project Life. I told you I had a weakness for Project Life, and I very much own quite a bit of it. These are these packs. You know, Dollar Tree had Project Life at one time, and I actually got some there, but I don't remember the line. Not there. That was Tuesday morning. There's somewhere, I'm sure, mixed in. You gotta be careful, because if you don't get things in there and they kind of then fall over and they jam. But the good news with this versus these, those you cannot take out. They're permanent. You drop something, you gotta pull that bottom drawer out and try to reach for it. Where these, they just pop right out. So Project Life. Project Life. Project Life. Paper clips. And paper clips and string. On my sorted cutesy paper clips. And then my string. And then down here I just have, bend down, books. Well, books the whole way across. And let me tuck that back in. Some tea-dyed paper in here, some envelopes, and then up here I did put my little golden books and tea bags. I think that's paper pumpkin. I have some game pieces up there and some wax, candle wax to melt. Some Model Magic. I got that at a yard sale for, I think, like $5 for the box. Incredible deal. And that's my Happy Mail cabinet. And then over here, stuffs. Yeah, some printables, that kind of thing. So let me back it up. I think I covered everything. If not, it was like, my own private stuff. Oh, no, I didn't really show you what was in here. These came from Peachy Cheap. These things came from Dollar Tree. Little glass bottles. I'll find a use for them. And all paper pad stamps. Santa seal. And then these, I got these at AC Moore. You're supposed to use them as a paper clip, but I use them to keep my journals open when I'm working on them. And then this little thing. So yeah, okay, now I'm backing up. Oh wait, I didn't show you this. That has green stamps in it. And this asks the Magic 8 Ball question. Does Gretchen have too many craft stuffies? What does it say? Don't count on it. Ha! I knew I didn't have too much. That means I can buy more. Corsage pins. So I just mix old with new. Like some of it's vintage, some of it's new, some of it's very fresh from Ally Express, some of it's from Home Goods, Hobby Lobby, wherever the fancy strikes me to get stuff all in my molder in there. And some stinky cards from the auction that I put in there with one of those thingies that help absorb the smell. And so far so good. It's been in there for over a year, but we're working on it. I rotate them every now and then. What I want to do is get the Cricut and start saving images, that kind of thing. Up there, some of my journals, some of my reference books, and that's it, isn't it? That is it. I like it in here. Okay, if I had my wish, yeah, the room would be a little bit larger, but I'm not going to complain because it's all mine, and I can shut the door. I got my cable TV, and I can just shut the world out and do my thing. And I'm spoiled. I am very, very spoiled, and I know it. So I'm liking it. I'm loving it, actually. And I got lots of projects on the way. So thanks for joining me. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.